Illuvium has just cracked the top spot on Immutable X, and they had just launched their land sale. So without further ado, we're gonna get into a couple of tricks you can get land for cheap, and let's go ahead and just dive right in. All right, so first of all, I want to take a look at Immutascan because Illuvium obviously has taken the top spot, and they will probably be there for a while. And this is just the Illuvium land collection. It's already cracked the top spot in just a little over a day. And as you can see there on Immutascan, the 7-day volume, 30-day volume, 90-day volume, that's all the same. That's all pretty much just coming in from 24 hours, essentially. I mean, a little over as this video is being shot, but you get the idea how crazy the secondary market has been trading and the volume over there. I think they're upwards of over 24 million as far as the entire land sale goes. But full disclosure, I work for Illuvium DAO, and I wanted to throw that out there. I'm the influencer media manager. So yeah, full disclosure there, but this is my personal opinion in this video. None of this is financial advice. I'm not telling you to go buy land. This is just my opinion and educational purposes only. Now, we can see here that they have launched their Illuvidex, which is where you actually go to buy land. There's going to be other ways you can interact with the Illuvidex as they move forward and launch other, products and things like that. But this is going to be pretty much how to get land for a cheaper price than what you're seeing, how that whole mechanism works with the Illuvidex. So it is a Dutch auction, but it has a massive decay rate, and we're going to get into that right now. So as you can see here, we're going to click over here to the filters, and you can actually select any one of these tiers of land. Currently there's 5 tiers of land. Unless you're a whale, you're probably not going to get the tier 5. So most people have been getting tier 1s or tier 2s and even tier 3s. And if you have liquidity, tier 4s are also a good option. But for this example, we're going to check out tier 1s. And as we can see here, I selected the coming soon, which lets me check out the prices when the next batch of land rolls out. So we got a little over a minute before this next batch rolls out. Now we can also look at the on sale ones that are currently on sale. As you can see here, the price is 0.46 ETH. In the next minute, it'll actually drop down to 0.44 because, as I mentioned earlier, every 1 minute it drops 2.5%, and it shows you the price there. Now the trick is you don't actually have to buy this land in Ethereum. You can actually go over to SILV2, which I'll pull up the charts in a minute. It's hovering around 180 US dollars or so. Obviously it's been a little bit volatile the past few days given the land sale, but that is pegging to the actual ILV token. So once again, SILV2, you can pick up on Uniswap, or what I use is actually Dex Tools to pull that up and take a look at the charts, and you can actually transact on Dex Tools as well. Like I said, this is my opinion. Be safe out there. Make sure you guys go to the right website and do your due diligence. But as you can see here, it is 175 is the price of SILV2. And if we go over to the ILV token, we can see that it is actually, it was around 270 here on the chart, around 270. So you're getting over $100 discount on SILV2, and you can actually come over here. When you click buy now, it'll ask you if you want to buy an SILV2. So you are getting a discount just by doing that instead of using Ethereum. Like I said, you can go to Uniswap or use Dex Tools is what I like to do. And it was trending, as a matter of fact, it's trending number 5 right now on Dex Tools. So it was all the way up to like number 2 yesterday, maybe even number 1. But I thought that was an interesting fact to bring up. But yeah, that's how you basically can get land for cheap. And if you wait, every minute it declines. So if you're waiting, let's say 40 minutes to an hour, the prices would have declined significantly. So if we come over back to filter and check out the next batch of land being dropped in an hour, it starts back at 2 ETH. But if we come back to the land that's already currently on sale, then obviously we can see it's way down because of the Dutch auction and how it works and how it declines in price every minute, up to, I believe, 2 hours. So there's going to be a little overlap from the existing batch that is decaying and the new batch being released. But as you can see here, these prices are pretty much a lot lower than the initial price. So I hope that all makes sense. And if you have any questions, just drop in the comments below and I can do a follow-up video on that. But That's essentially how you can get land for a cheaper price. So you can also head over to Token Trove, which is another great resource that you can pull up, which is one of my favorite marketplaces to use. They've built their marketplace on top of Immutable X, and it displays most of the projects on Immutable X, and they have a super clean UI with a lot of different filters. So it's something I do like to use. So we're gonna click on Illuvium Land, and we can come over here and we can click on tiers. So for this example, we'll use tier 1, and I can actually see the different tiers being listed here. And what I like to do is sort by price, and I can see the cheapest one here is 0.28. So since I've last checked Token Trove, the floor has actually dropped a little bit. So that's something you want to keep in mind if you're looking at the secondary marketplace on Immutable X. Is there going to be quote unquote paper hands dropping the prices and trying to get that liquidity back? Because maybe they're trying to upgrade their land to a tier 2 or a tier 3. So maybe they're just trying to get that liquidity back, or for whatever reason they're listing at a lower price than what they bought it for on the Illuvidex. So that's something to definitely keep in mind there. Now we want to check sold listings as well, because this is an important piece of information to have in your back pocket. We can see that I don't know if any tier 1s have sold, or actually, yeah, just 4 minutes ago at 0.26. So if you're seeing a lot of volume at a certain price, you may want to pick those up. As you can see here, 0.26. Somebody is just scooping up the floor around that price. So you could kind of see what a fair price is on the fly by checking those sold listings if you want to pick up a lower piece of land at a lower price. But if you are looking at the higher tiers, those are definitely more competitive on the Illuvidex. And for instance, tier 3, that's a great, mixture of having a good amount of boost on your land when it comes to fuel and how land works in the game. So this is a good kind of a medium, if you will, but therefore it is more competitive because tier 3s are, in my opinion, people are starting to seek after these a bit. And we can see that the current price is around 4 ETH, but obviously that's cheaper if you buy SLV2, which is definitely the move you want to do. You can also check Token Trove, but when we come over to the Illuvidex, a lot of people are watching, trying to snipe at a lower price on tier 3s. So let's say around the 1 hour mark, this will get highly competitive really quickly, people just watching tier 3s. So with that being said, I hope that helps you make an educated decision. Now there's like spreadsheets that people are tracking kind of the floor prices after like an hour and kind of marking them. You can come over here to sold as well. Let's say sold on tier 3, and we can see we can sort by the lowest price by using this filter as well. And we can see that the lowest tier 3 was sold for 3.7 ETH, which is obviously like an SLV. That's a lot cheaper. It's like 2/3 the price of ETH currently, or something like right in there. But as you can see there, that's how you would kind of do your research and see what's going on. Obviously, it can be volatile. So just because in the past it sold for 3.7, that doesn't mean it's going to do that again, because the hype could actually build as more people figure out about their different strategies and the different tiers and things like that. And maybe they want tier 3s. Maybe there's a whale that comes into the community and decides they're going to buy all the tier 3 land at 4 ETH. Or in SLV2 around that price, then we could see that price actually move up in the upward direction. As you can see here, we're going to go ahead and sort by newly listed. We're also going to do the lowest price actually on this filter of tier 3s on sale. As you can see, 3.8, so it hasn't quite reached that 3.7 mark. So I would assume people would be watching that really close on to buy. As you can see here, people have absolutely been loving this auction. 72 people like this status that I posted on Twitter. The first batch of wave 1 land was sold out pretty quickly, and not one person that I saw complained about gas. If anything, it was positive in how great of an experience they had. And we could see Robbie, the co-founder of Immutable X, also weighed in on the topic the other day and mentioned how there was no gas wars essentially. And yeah, it's been an incredible experience, a complete difference from the other side meta, which that in terms of gas was not the greatest experience. Let's just call it how it was, because it was just an awful experience. Obviously, they're doing a great job in terms of being one of the top projects in the space and leading everything up in that area. But in terms of gas, that was awful. And we can basically confidently say that this style of auction has done so much better and has been a pleasant experience. So that's all I got for this video. I know that was a lot of information. It was my first video back since, I don't know, like 2 weeks, and I just needed to put something out there. A lot of people were asking me about this, how to get into it, and what the Dutch auction means, and how fast the decay rate is, and everything like that, and why you should buy SLV2. Now, if you just want to pay in Ethereum, that's totally fine. You can use it on the Illuvium X and use your ETH there if you don't want to pick up SLV2. And you can also buy with Ethereum on the secondary market on Token Trove or the regular Immutable X marketplace as well. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Did that help you? What other videos would you like to see about Illuvium? And maybe I'll make them in the comments below. Last thing I will say is that on the Illuvium X, what's really cool is if you connect your wallet, they are deeply integrated with Immutable X, and you can actually see your balances of different tokens, including the OMI token. I know I have a lot of people from VeVe and the VeVe community watching. You can actually see your balances. You can deposit OMI and everything like that. So on my other browser, I can actually view my IMX tokens. I can view my other tokens like ETH as well. So it's really cool. It's very, very well done, this user interface. So hats off to the Illuvium devs, a UI team over there. But that's all I got. I'll see you in the next one. Be like an NFT, be authentic, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.